It's showtime! Hello everyone, and guess who it is? It's me again, and by the way, have you seen my face? Y'all probably have by now. I have what? 2 episodes? 3? I've miscounted already. Oh well, guess what? It is now Halloween! So that means, what I told you in my last episode, guess what? We're about to do ourselves a little zombie thing. I'll tell you about it as soon as I take my face off. I am your ghost with the most, Bernard Carroll, and I'm here to have a little bit of fun with all y'all. Please drop some comments on this, because I would like to hear everybody's idea of what they would do. Okay, so what we're going to do is zombie apocalypse, okay? I know that sounds kind of cheesy, who cares, but you know what? We're going to make fun of it. Here's what I'm suggesting. It is going to be a team, okay? That's the cool part. It's going to be a team of us. Well, you plus 5 other people. It has to be you and 5 other people. Now, there are some rules to this. You can use whoever you want. You can use people you know, people you don't know. You can even use fictional characters. And you are allowed to use one superhuman being. Just one. Just remember, you might want to think about, who you want to use. Because let's say you want to use Superman. Well, that's kind of a duh. As soon as Superman comes in, he'll just zap him all in the brain. Done. Game over. Kind of boring. But, I'll just explain the rules by doing it myself. So, without further ado, here's my team. Now, of course, I'm not going to use anybody that I know because, well, none of y'all know who they are. Okay, so I apologize to all my friends. I'm sorry. But, moving on right along, first on my list are going to be the close combat types. Reason why is because when it comes to zombie apocalypse, you can't really rely on bullets all the time. Eventually you probably will run out of bullets. It's an inevitability. And bullets become more of a commodity. It's not easy to get a hold of them. That's just part of what happens in the zombie apocalypse. People just shoot them off like they're candy. So we're going to have to start thinking about, close combat fighters. So I have 2, and I'm a little biased because, well, not only are they very pretty ladies, but they are also the best close range fighters that I have seen in any zombie apocalypse anything. So, I'm going to start with one of my favorite ladies, and that is Sayako Busujima from High School of the Dead. Now, I'm pretty sure all of y'all are like, okay, we know who she is, and we know what you really like about her. Well, besides the fact she's very pretty, the fact that she knows how to use that sword is amazing. She's able to, go in, and she never gets touched. Now, granted, she is going up against just regular walkers, the ones that... Not like the ones from Dawn of the Dead where they actually chase after you. That's funny. I'm sorry, but when I saw that movie and I saw that one dude, I was laughing my butt off. It's so funny. So, because of how good she is with her katana, and because of how swift she is, she's very good at what she does. She made the top list on my close range combatants. Now, going from her, again, there's another pretty lady, and she is Michonne from Walking Dead. Yes, Michonne herself. Reason why is because, one, she's a very pretty lady. I'm not going to get away from that. But also because of the fact that she knows how to use her katana. And she doesn't move very fast, but she moves with a lot of thought. She knows where to swing, how to swing, get in there, while also keeping her distance. She's very meticulous when it comes to thinking about fighting, because she won't just swing. She'll actually hesitate just long enough to know if she's attacking a friend or a foe. So if she knows that you're a friend, she knows how to stop herself from cutting you. Sayako, she can do the same thing, but because she tends to stay far away from the gunners, she doesn't really have to worry about that problem. Whereas, with Michonne, the gunners tend to be a little close to her, so she has to really think on her feet. So she's really good at that. She's really good with that katana. And not only that, but like I said, I'm biased. Not because they are pretty women, but because of the fact that I learned how to use the katana. I'm still basic in my training, but I do know how to use kendo style. It's a really awesome form of sword fighting. I prefer it. Other people, they got their own style, but that's them. Okay, next group is going to be the mid to long range. I say mid to long range because these guys know that, hey, if I ain't got no ammo, I got to use something to back me up. Okay. Now, unfortunately, I can only have 5. So, 2. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I got plenty. I'm sorry. My brain farted. Okay, so you got these 2 characters. Really, one of them's really funny, and the other one's super reliable. And that's one of the reasons why I like him. We got ourselves Daryl from The Walking Dead. Yes, again, I'm using Walking Dead. Cliche, I don't care. How in the world can you not want Daryl on your team? The guy is, loyal. If he knows he can trust you, he will follow you to the ends of the earth. He is really good with the crossbow. Nice mid-range weapon. Long range, I would say, is, further than, X amount of yards. But when it comes to the crossbow, it can nail a good distance. And it's a good weapon. Nice thing is, he's constantly picking his arrows back up. So he knows how to reload without having to, go out and try and find more arrows. And push comes to shove, it's compound, it's crossbow, but in a way it's still a compound bow. If he has to, I'm pretty sure somebody or him will just have to, make their own arrows out of wood and sticks. Shouldn't be too hard for guys like them. See, another thing about Daryl is the fact that, he's a good old Southern boy, and I'm from Texas. So, he knows his yes sirs, yes ma'ams, no sirs, no ma'ams, all that good stuff, just like me. So I think he and I could get along real well, especially if it's a zombie apocalypse. Who else are you going to want on your side? Well, this next guy who's following up is quoted in saying, "Thank God for rednecks." Yep, that's Tallahassee from Zombieland. Now, I chose him because I think he could make me laugh. Because let's face it, when you're in a zombie apocalypse, you need somebody who can at least make you chuckle or smile every once in a while. You gotta have some comedy. I'll do my best to try and be funny, try to lift everybody's spirits. But at the same time, it helps to have a guy who can, bounce off of you and, keep the funny flowing. He's really good at that. He's also really good about being accurate with a pistol, accurate with a shotgun. He'll use any kind of weapon he has to. But if he has to get nice, close, and personal, he doesn't care about picking up a bat, a shovel, a crowbar. He doesn't care. He just goes in, does the job, and it's done. Of course, if he has one of those moments where he gets a little emotional, he'll take a few minutes to, beat the hell out of a bumper of a car. And that's one of his drawbacks, but that's okay, because sometimes you gotta vent. And a guy like him, it'd just be so much fun to just hang out with. Alright, so there's the team of regulars. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my superpowered individual. Reason why is because I think that if there was anybody who was a superpowered individual that could help my team get out of a situation and get far away so that, we're all in a nice safe area, and he gets to have his time to, take a break, I would have to say the Flash. I know, sounds weird. Why the heck would I use the Flash? And I'm pretty sure some of y'all thinking, okay, well, he's just ridiculously fast. All he has to do is pick all y'all up and go somewhere else, and now everybody's safe. Not necessarily. If you're in a zombie apocalypse, it's not as simple as, okay, dart in between them. No, they're cramped together. If you're stuck in the middle of a city, how's he supposed to maneuver around them while carrying my big, heavy butt? Exactly. I'm not expecting him to carry me, but it would be not. I do know that with his super speed, he can at least push me to the safe area. So, in order to do that, he would actually have to start taking out zombies real quick. So, give him a set of brass knuckles and watch him clear a field. And as soon as the field's cleared, we can all head to the safe area. Once we're there, even the Flash will tell you, I get exhausted. And so, he has to take a break once in a while. He can't just keep killing zombies willy-nilly. He can try, but, eventually he's going to get worn out. That's just part of it. But here's something to really think about. If you're really working hard at the zombie apocalypse, how messed up would it be if all of a sudden Solomon Grundy showed up? Wouldn't that suck? But, bullshit. I do shit over Friday.